Okay, welcome back. Lesson 18. We're looking at part 2, dividing fractions by fractions. So, okay, so I have, up in the corner here, I have 8/5 divided by 3/5. Okay, so how is 8/5 divided by 3/5 different from problems we have just done? So the second numerator doesn't divide evenly into the first one. Okay, so that is the biggest difference, right? How is it similar to problems we have just done? So the denominators are the same, right? So that hasn't changed. So I'm going to multiply both terms by 5. And will that get me the same answer? So if I had 8/5 times 5 and 3/5 times 5, this would end up being, I can cross these out here because they will cancel each other out. Okay, because basically, if I were to go 40, and then I would put it into lowest terms and it would just be 8, right? So I can just do that and remove that denominator. So does 5/8 divided by 3/5 have the same answer as 8 divided by 3? So I want you to draw these out and then I want you to compare them. So please do that now. Pause the video and then come back. Okay, so I have 8 divided by 3, right? So what that means is I'm going to have 2 groups with 3 inside, and then I'm going to have a remainder of 2 there, right? So the next one, I have 8/5 divided by 3/5. Okay, so what does this mean? So I have basically, there is 1/3, and here is another one. And then I have 2 wholes here, and then here I would have 2/3 left over because these ones are divided into thirds. Now this one here, there's 2 wholes there, and then I would have 2/3 left over. So just showing you that if we have the same denominator, then I can just write out and just divide those 2 numerators. Okay? I can also do it in this way. I'll just get rid of this number here. So I can take the little pieces that are here and split them up as if I've cut them into pieces, right? And then it shows a little bit closer to that one. So I have 3 there, 3 out of the 5 there, and then I have 2 out of 3 left over, 2/3 left over. Okay, so I just want you to stop and do question number 1. All right, so number 2 on your worksheet, you're going to draw models to show how many 1/8 size pieces of pizza will be contained in each one of these. Okay, and then the next question I have pertains to this as well. So you're going to pause and do that now, and we're going to discuss this in breakout rooms. All right, so your question in your breakout room now that you're finished is to discuss in your groups how problems C to F are different from problems A and B. Okay, so looking at this next example, I have 3/4 divided by 1/5. Okay, so 3/4 divided by 1/5. How can we change it to a problem like the ones we already know how to do? Right? We can find equivalent fractions for each of these that have the same denominators. So the easiest thing to do would be to multiply each by the other. So I would go 3 times 5 and 4 times 5, right? And then I would go 4 times 1 and 4 times 5. So this would be now 15 over 20, and this is going to be 4 over 20. Okay, now I have the same denominator. So what we just learned is that we can just get rid of those for now, and I can say I have 15 divided by 4. Now, if I have 15 divided by 4, that is the same as saying 15/4. So I can put this into a mixed number. So 4 times 3, right, is 12. And then I would have 3 left over. So it would be 3 3/4. All right, so can you stop the video and do number 3? And that is the end of this part of your video lesson.